So today we're making a desk for my wife. We're actually going to be using some materials we have around. I'm using some 2x4s, and I did get a 2 foot by 4 foot 3/4 inch maple ply to put on top. She needs an extension, so I used SketchUp to kind of draw it out to figure it out, and so that's my general idea of what I'm going to bake. And then you can put some add-ons to SketchUp, and one of them being a cut list. So with the cut list, I know that the 3 2x4s, exactly the sizing of my legs, and it gives me the actual numbers and how many, and total board footage and all that. It's kind of nice when you're laying it out, like, and having to cut. So pretty good deal. Okay, so we're working on a project now, and I have cut my 2x4s. I've got my legs, I've got my frame pieces. In the other room I have my maple plywood top that I'm going to do. So now, pre-drilling, assembling, and pulling apart, gluing, screwing, let that set up. So another montage. So as I'm doing this, and I'm doing the mock-up, you might notice I'm scribing pencil marks on top. So when I'm scribing the pencil marks, I'm actually doing an angle. I'm doing an angle on both sides so that when you put them together, the angle matches up, makes sense. Now if you flip it around, now you got an arrow, pyramid, whatever, and that doesn't line up, so you know which side you're on. Little trick. So this project's going to be for my wife, and because of that, I want to countersink the screws down. Now, I could just torque them down. I think in this case, though, I'm going to back the screws out, use a slightly larger bit, because I don't have a countersinking bit here right now, just to do this slight hole, and hopefully she'll like it. Yeah. I know. If I had thought about this ahead of time, I would have done the countersunk or gotten the countersunk pit or any myriad of other things. I didn't think about it ahead of time, but I'll make it work. So I know this is the underside of the desk extension I'm making. Screws, glue, clamp, set. Probably wait till tomorrow to finish it up. So at this point, I'm going to break out the glue, undo these screws that I just did, add a little bit of glue, re-screw them, throw some bar clamps on this, and I'll be back at this tomorrow. Okay, folks. Second day came back. I am setting up my top piece. Going to use some pocket hole screws and jig to actually drill in so that it doesn't go through the top. Once I get that set, I'll actually glue that up, screw it, and then I want to measure for the legs. I have a feeling that just because I'm using 2x4s, that it's going to be slightly off. So I want to measure, drill the holes, screw them in, measure again, because ultimately I want this to be level and the same height as the other desk. All right. Speed square with notches. You can actually put your pencil on the notch for the 1 inch and then just slide it across your board so you have a 1 inch line along the edge. Good deal. All right, so now I got my placement. I'm gonna mark the inside corner so if things shift, I know exactly where it is. And knowing that upside down, top, bottom, I'm going to take one corner, I'm going to mark the corner, so that way when I go to put this back on, I can line up that one corner. So I'll make a mark, and a corresponding mark. It's just a line, any type of line, just something that you can measure out so you know that's where it goes. Okay, I'm not rich, I'm not fancy. My pocket hole jig, not the Craig. I'd love to get the Craig. I have a friend who has the pneumatic version. Awesome. But for this purpose, this is a do-it-yourself clamp, drill, you know the deal. Okay. So yes, normally when you use a jig like this, because you have the pieces coming together, you can fit both pieces into the jig. Because I'm using a flat piece, I can't do that. So I put the jig up underneath, put the hole through, which makes it all the way through, and then leaving a little space in the bottom. That's where you adjust your stop. Then I'll go through, put the frame back on, pass the drill bit back through that hole that I just made into the top, accounting for the length of the screw. Good thinking. Okay, got the legs on. Flipped it over, checked it for level. And now I'm gonna unscrew the legs, glue, rescrew. So I got the clamps off, sanded the legs down. Now I'm going to put a coat of stain on it on the underside to kind of see what it looks like. And then if that goes well, I'll do the rest of it. So